Here I am again. So, for those who don't know, I just tried to do a live so I could share with you a phenomenal woman named Sheila Hall. For those who don't know me and who's catching my live for the first time, my name is Dee Bolton. I am your faith-fueled mom, and I am sharing for the month of May, every Wednesday, Women Worth Knowing, all in the faith and fitness industry. So, today I have the amazing Sheila Hall, who is been in the fitness industry for many, many years. She's kind of a pioneer. That was the word I was trying to think of when I did the live before, if you were on that live. So she's a pioneer, I feel like, in just unifying faith and fitness and being boldly upfront about it. And I have been following her for many, many years, and I got the opportunity to meet her back in February. And after hearing her story, her journey, her testimony, I was like, Sheila, you really need to talk to my Bibles and Bootcamp Beauties, because she has found phenomenal success with healing herself, healing through food. And believe it or not, it's through food that God gave us, biblically based food. She is a certified nutritionist. She's an herbalist. She is a holy yoga instructor. She is a sound healing therapist. She is amazing. I just kind of like her myself. She has found a way to take Eastern medicine, homeopathic medicine, and biblical principles and put it all into her practice. And she is doing some phenomenal things for her clients. Her specialty is teaching women how to heal themselves through food, especially those who suffer from fibroids and endometriosis. And I mean, I really can't say enough about this wonderful woman other than, like I said, she has an amazing story to share. So I'm really hoping that technology allows her to hop on here, and I'm on my computer seeing if I can do something from there to hopefully expedite this. But we were just talking, okay, she's here again. All right, we're going to try this again, Sheila. I invited you. Bring Sheila Hall on camera. Hopefully this works. It says it's adding you. It's connected. Hey, girl.
Hey. See, I didn't get that before.
I don't know. I'm just happy you're here now. That's all I care.
I'm like, oh my God, I feel so retarded. I'm like hitting all kind of buttons. Like,
hey, friend, how are you?
I'm good. I'm good. How are you?
I'm fantastic. I'm fantastic. I'm so happy that you're on here because we've been trying to kind of do this for a couple months now, and I'm just happy that everybody's going to hear a woman worth knowing like Sheila. So, since we've been doing this for like 20 minutes now, let's get started.
Okay.
So, how did you get started with faith and fitness?
You know, one day I was just broken. I remember falling on the floor of my living room and just crying to God, telling him, I just can't do this anymore, because I was running my own business. I mean, working hard, partying hard, and I just broke down. And I remember this rainbow came over my living room floor, and so I was sobbing my eyes out. And it made me get up, and I went to my computer, and I just hit one button. When I hit that button, it took me to holy yoga. And I'm sitting here like, what is this? I've never even heard of it, I wasn't even really doing yoga, classes every now and then, but I just started looking through the pages, and I was just called to make the phone call. I called and talked to Brooke Boone, who is the owner of Holy Yoga. And after that conversation, before I knew it, I had my plane ticket ready to go. It's like, so long story short, I had suffered with a pain in my foot where I was wearing a boot. And so we had to go to Arizona to do our final exam. And I'm like, my foot is all messed up. I'm not going to pass my exam, but I already had my plane ticket. So I went with my boot in my suitcase because I had to wear a boot day and night. I went to the doctors, had all kinds of shots. Nothing helped. when it was time for my exam, I didn't put on my boot. I thought I would just, bear the pain. But what I found out the whole time I was in Arizona for a whole week, I never took my boot out of my suitcase. My foot was here. I have never put that boot back on. I don't even know where it is.
Look at God.
I know. So needless to say, I mean, I always say that God took me out in the desert to like just get me straight. Because right after that, I turned around and went to another training that was similar, but this was with fitness. And it was back in Arizona. And I had to climb a mountain. And I never climbed a mountain before. My knees, like, first of all, I'm old, okay? I'm old. I'm like body jacked up. So my knees were so swollen from doing all of the fitness. And then I had to climb this mountain. And I remember everyone else was at the top of the mountain. They calling down to me. It's like, you okay? You okay? And I'm sitting here crying. And all of a sudden, I just thought about Jesus carrying the cross, and I just got this strength from somewhere. And I just had that picture in my mind, and I just made it to the top of the mountain.
How powerful.
So, of course, after that experience, I've noticed that everything I do, every way I think, I'm always thinking of Jesus in mind. It's like, that's like been my life now and everything. So that's how I got into that.
Answered prayer on broken down on the ground prayer, which right here, when I will tell my story, but that's where my fitness story began too, on the bathroom floor, sobbing and crying for Jesus to help me.
Oh no, just broken, beat up. I mean, and then it was so funny because I seemed like almost the youngest person in both scenarios, and the words that came out my mouth was always, I'm too old for this, because I had all these young girls doing these yoga poses and everything and fitness, and I'm sitting here like, why am I here? I'm like about to fall apart. And it's become obvious to me because I was about to fall apart. And now I see myself being able to hang with all of those young girls. It's like when I was broken, it's like he's steady building me up. And now I'm like up there with them. And I'm just sitting back amazed, like,
look at God.
And so when they hear my age, everybody's like mouth drop. It's like, you're what? And you're doing what? And I was like, it's just like he took me to the desert and reshaped me, remolded me, and my thinking, my body, everything. So.
And from that moment, climbing the mountain, what was next for you in fitness? Where did that take you from there?
Okay, so the crazy thing is because even though I had all of that training, and I would still look at myself, and I was still look at myself being broken. I was like, I wasn't in shape. And of course, when you come out from Arizona, you're on this high, it's like, I'm going to start this class and everything. And so I remember seeing a post that they were talking about something else, but they said, would you go to an accountant if they were bankrupt or something? And all of a sudden it hit me, it's like, nobody's coming to me because I don't look like I do fitness. I don't look like, I do yoga. It's like I'm out of shape. So knees were still broken. So I went to, on my 50th birthday.
Did you guys hear that? Her 50th birthday. And this was a while ago. This woman. Fountain of youth right here.
Yeah, I went to a trainer because I was told that I needed surgery on my knees. And I mean, it was the same way with my foot. And by me going through a ministry, I had all of these T-shirts. They had Jesus on them. So I remember I would go into the gym, and it was Gold's Gym. And I had on my Jesus T-shirt. So everyone will always say, oh, Jesus is not going to help you here or whatever. I was like, oh, yes, he is. And slowly they saw me getting stronger and stronger, because that's the only way I could keep my focus, because you see all these people around you, and it can be intimidating. And I'm already hurt. So, when the crazy thing that happened, it started changing their thinking. They was like, oh, maybe there is something to that, and all this stuff. And so every time I come around, I start hearing Jesus, and I was like, this is from people who didn't believe. This is from people who had other faiths, and they started saying his name. And I was like, God, if the only thing you wanted is for them to say Jesus, then I was like, I'm good with that. It was like, so now I don't. It's like I couldn't even push. I couldn't even walk upstairs or downstairs with my knees. But now I can like leg press 700 pounds. And this was going through having surgery or working out. And I was like, I know the only reason why that happened because I put God in it. It wasn't in my own strength. I kept telling him, just give me the strength you want me to have. It's like, whatever you have me, that's what I want to be. I just want to feel better. I just want to feel better. And so now I have no problems, with my knees. And I can do the same thing. I can do more than most people at the gym. So,
you're leg pressing 700 pounds. Yes, you can. That's like,
I have it on video too. I was like, I had to mark this moment.
oh no, you do. 700 pounds, you have to video.
Yeah, it's already about, I had to find it and show it to you. Yeah.
I have a client right now who has dislocated both knees, and then I have another client who has 3 knee replacements on one, and I think 2 on the other. And they're like, I'm never gonna do this. And I'm like, no, it's possible. It's totally possible. So I need that video so I can
Yeah.
show them the possibility.
Yeah.
And I mean, these women have had surgery. You did it without surgery. So that right there is a testament to God's power alone.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
so you started incorporating God in your workout as a worship. He met you where you were and then delivered you further than you were. And then how did you take that from your own personal worship experience to sharing that with others and bringing that part of your business?
Yeah. The one thing when I started doing, I was doing holy yoga for the One Love Gospel Cruise, and with Yolanda Adams, and doing fitness. And it made me realize how people, they forget the body part when it comes to worship. I mean, it's like they're sitting there at a One Love Gospel. I know it's on a cruise and you're going to eat.
Hi, Patricia.
But to not partake into being healthy, and it was like so relevant in the Christian community. So it really gave me like this drive to want to go deeper and find out the why. And that's when I started like just asking questions like with the magazine and all that. And I guess it's like hard for the Christian community, especially since we eat a lot, for them to say no. For some to say no and put down, everybody wants to be fed, and they only think of being fed with food. So
Yeah.
it's been a difficult ride.
It's funny to me because I feel like brownies are the only acceptable drug in the Christian faith. And not only
Fried
is it
chicken.
acceptable, everybody will bring it to the potluck. It's like, it's okay to have brownies, but you can't, do other things that hurt your body equally with overindulgence. So yes, I agree.
And so, but the thing about it is, in turn, it was making me unhealthy, trying to get them healthy. So that's when I started. I have a master's in medical technology. I was a microbiologist, so I just love the lab. And I took it further, and I started learning functional medicine. And functional medicine kind of goes along with what I was trying to find in other people, like the root cause of their why they wouldn't do anything. And so I guess I'm trying to put it into another light for people to not think of you have to stop eating the brownies, but what is the brownies actually doing in your body? What do you feel when you eat the brownie afterwards? And so, and then it'd be like, I can show you why you feel that way. Don't you want to feel better? Because sometimes it'd be like, you eat this stuff and then later we sit back, oh my God, my stomach hurts so bad. It's like, why is that happening? So let me show you how to find out why that's happening so it won't happen again. And like trying to go the back door around people to help them with their health goals, instead of, because what I learned, health is hard. Fitness is
Yes.
hard. I mean, it takes dedication, it takes drive. I understand that, so trying to figure out like softer ways, I guess.
Gentler ways to make people
Gentle.
do the right
I'm
thing.
gentle. I'm gentle. So I guess when they look at me, they was like, "That's not gentle. Those words not gentle." I was like, but then that's like, but that's what I'm talking about. That's the same way how I felt when I saw those young girls working out, doing yoga, and I was like, I can't do that. That's too hard. I can't be like them. And by me asking God to be gentle, I just want to feel better, found another way to work with me. And it was so gentle, I didn't even see it happening, so.
I feel like kind of like a gift from God for honoring your temple is to get that fit, good looking body that everyone desires. And I feel like desiring just the aesthetics or just looking good will only take you so far. But desiring to honor your temple, feel healthy, feel better, live better, and God will reward you with arms that are intimidating. Like it's just kind of, and it's just the benefit of taking care of your body. Your body's going to not only feel its best, but it's going to look its best as well.
Yeah.
So,
And I always say, you don't know how good you can feel until you start feeling good.
oh my gosh, yes. Yes.
And the other aspect of that, because I know you want to tell my story, but one of the things that I'm really passionate about is helping women with their health, especially when they get older, because things happen, our metabolism goes down, our hormones go retarded. And I've never had children. And it wasn't because of the lack of trying. I was married and was trying to have kids. But what I discovered going through functional medicine is how things can happen in your body that you're so unaware of, and how it can be detrimental to your health without you even having any clue. When I was younger, and I started my period when I was like 13, from that day, from 13, I stopped when I was 50. 13 to 50, every single month, I was bleeding like a crazy person, where went to the doctors, they put me on birth control pills. I mean, I had all types of surgeries, endometriosis, fibroids, precancerous cells, all that stuff. I mean, I can't even count how many surgeries I've had trying to get pregnant. And what I found was all the doctors had to do was take a hormone test, was tell me to spit on a piece of paper to check my hormones, because I was estrogen dominant my whole life. And so if they would have known that, then maybe I would have had an opportunity to get pregnant. But being estrogen dominant also works on your metabolism. I mean, a lot of women say they can't lose the weight around their stomach.
Yep.
That could be the reason. And when things like that is happening and you don't know, you get frustrated. So I always tell people that it can be, and that's the gentle way. It's like finding out. Don't just sit there and get frustrated and suffer thinking that you'll never be able to lose the weight, you'll never be able to get fit, or, it's just too hard. it could be something that's totally gentle and easy to correct. And
And
then
it can
all of
be
a sudden, like, hey, wait,
and
God.
it can be corrected through food. I know estrogen dominant
Yeah,
women, they have too much soy in their diet. That'll affect them from hair loss to acne to so
exactly.
many different things. And do you know how much soy is in our products? And
I know.
and I swear, I tell people, so when I do my Bibles in boot camp, we take out the crap, we take out the carbonated drinks, the processed food, and everything. When people take out that processed food, they start noticing, oh, my belly's shrinking. And I'm like, you're probably because you're not eating all that soy that you were eating before. Because, I
Right?
mean, that's pretty much a lot of what, because soy is a cheap product that you can put in and it can make things spread. So it's in
Yeah,
everything. And I know for estrogen dominant women, that is a big issue, having soy in
yeah,
their diet. That's just like
yeah,
a roadblock for them. So,
yeah. I mean, and even your digestive system, it's like people think that they might be digesting correctly and they really not.
yep.
So it's like those little things can make such a huge difference in your wellness. But like I say, you don't know how good you can feel until you feel good. And trying to find a way to um, verbalize that to people and to make them want to know, you know, just check your hormone levels, and then let's go from there. It's like everything doesn't have to be hard. I know we post videos showing us working out, sweating up a storm, but guess why we can do that? Because we feel better.
Exactly. Exactly. So, food as medicine, how do you teach women or educate women on being the taking starting with the hormone test and then using food to heal versus treatments and surgeries and all kinds of things that have been created in the field
Food is so powerful. I think we take it for granted because we have it,
in abundance?
but what I found is knowing which foods, not just knowing which foods, but actually knowing how to incorporate them into how you eat, um, can actually um, trigger. I mean, they will go to a problem. It's like, say, for instance, right now I am helping women with juicing
Hmm.
because, well, I found most people don't want to cook. So I thought, okay, let's start off with the juicing thing. And so you can pick, I can put together certain vegetables and fruits that will help decrease estrogen, for example, or that's good for your liver. And when it's good for your liver, it helps your digestion. It's like things like that. You start learning how to incorporate that into your diet, you can start seeing results. Like I did a cleanse, and it was just basically doing like vegetables. But what happened is when I was off of all the other stuff that I used to eat, because okay, I love shrimp. I love, I just, I just love it.
If
I
you watch
so
my
eat
stories,
shrimp.
I do too. I eat it like twice a week. So,
So I went on this liver cleanse for 10 days. After that, I went back and I got my shrimp and it tore me up. I
mhm,
never knew I had a sensitivity to shrimp. And so that was affecting my digestive system. And so
mhm.
now, like, I
Shrimp
might be
sounds
able to go back to it, but for right now, at least I know that, and that might have been hindering some goals that I was trying to reach. So
mhm.
it's like things like that. It's like your body knows exactly what it needs and knows what to do with it, but you got to give it to it. So
So I know Stephanie who hopped on here. She's been a part of your juice, your E Strong juices. I know she was like everybody was getting sick with the flu, and Stephanie was like, "I got my elderberry juice.
yeah,
Like, where's mine?" But so yeah, you have juices that you provide. So You were saying not everybody wants to cook, that's a big thing with me. They're like, Dee, I want to eat healthy, but I really don't
I
want to.
know, don't want to cook.
And so, and juicing, people are more willing, although it sometimes can take just as long to juice as it does to make a quick a stir fry, but
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
People are more willing to cut up everything and juice it. That's fine. So you provide, you provide the actual juices. Do you also
Mhm.
provide recipes for them to use for certain ailments that they have?
Yeah, I'll make up recipes. Like I have this one lady who had cancer, so her juices are to help build her immune system and to fight cancer cells. So she's been doing really, really well with it. And it's making her feel good. You know, she's starting to feel good. So that's like the number one goal. It's like, I want to do stuff to make you feel good. We're not even
So,
going to talk about you trying to lose weight or you trying to do, it's like, start feeling good. You gonna want to do more when you start feeling better. So,
so your juices, so I've seen so many buy this package and you are cleansed, but your juices aren't like orange, red, green, whatever, white, whatever. Yours is specific to the
mhm.
person and their
Yeah,
goal, which
yeah.
is what I'm all about because I mean it's our bodies are so individual. We're uniquely and what we're wonderfully uniquely formed. We are so individual, yet there's so many one size fits all packages when it comes to nutrition and health and eating. And
Mhm.
to me that is crazy. Like
I
I
know.
know for one, like me and my husband alone can't eat the same thing and have the same results. So I don't understand why a juice cleanse that is for everybody can help everybody. So I
Exactly.
love that yours is specific to the person's actual needs because even if you're juicing and it's not something you need, why? Why put that in your body if you don't
Right.
really need it?
Right. And it's like, I didn't know that juicing can be so technical until actually took a course in learning how to juice.
You
And
got
that's how I
educated
figured
in
this out.
juicing. You didn't just get a
Yeah,
Pinterest recipe. What?
girl, no.
I love
And
it.
and it's like, I mean, because studying the benefits of all different types of vegetables and fruits, and then knowing how to incorporate them so they are all working together, everything has to work in harmony. And it's
Amen.
like most people want to over um, put too much fruit in it so to
Mm-hmm.
get the sweetness or
Doesn't
whatever,
taste good.
and not
Yep.
knowing that you don't need to put all that in there if you know how to juice correctly. So um, when they go to the store and buy these juices, the more than likely they don't have any nutrients in them because of where they are packaged.
Mm-hmm.
Um, doing real juice cleanse, the juice should you should drink it within 3 days tops, and that's doing with a high power commercial juicer. If you're doing it with your own blender, you should drink it right away
Immediately. Yep.
because as soon as you do it, it'll start breaking down. So you're not getting all of the benefits from it. So that's why
But you're
a lot of
paying,
people probably don't feel anything once they do it.
and they're paying that premium price for it, though.
Yeah, yeah.
But they're not getting the benefits from it. What?
No, no. I mean, I just get frustrated all the time. See people like going by. I was like, no, don't do it. You're just wasting your money. But
You're drinking. I mean, there are some nutrients in it, but it's basically glorified water at that point. It's not
yeah,
really fun what the purpose of you
exactly,
drinking it and what your intentions are not being met by drinking these juices
exactly.
that you're finding in the stores or finding these package deals that fit, you want to lose weight, you drink the white, purple, and green one. You want to gain it. To me, it's just so silly. And for people, they'll buy it. They buy it.
They
They
will.
believe it. Some pretty woman will say it worked for me, and they're like, she's pretty. It worked for her. I
It
want
worked
it
for her.
too.
Exactly.
It's just
I
unfortunate.
want to look like her, so I'm gonna buy that juice that she got. And it's like,
Exactly.
just
Exactly.
like I was saying, your hormones, the things that's going inside of your body is totally different from what's going on in somebody else's body. So in order to know exactly what your body needs is to do, like a lab, get the way I work, people get lab work done.
Okay.
And I actually look at their hormones, what their body is doing inside from their lab work. And then I know what they're lacking in, what type of minerals or vitamins they're lacking in, maybe, or what they need inside to make something work better. Just like I was talking about estrogen and the fat around your, too much estrogen causes fat around your stomach.
Right.
So you're going to want your liver to work in order to pull that fat from out your stomach. But if you're not digesting right, your liver's not working right to pull it out. So that might be like the reason why you can't lose weight. But
Yeah.
it's like, it's so many crazy factors and it's so exciting. And I just like wish like people was like, y'all just don't know what you're missing. You just don't know. It's just too low. But
So,
when you get my age, when you start knocking 60 on the door like this, you're gonna be like, yeah, what's that juice?
right. Almost 60 and leg pressing 700 pounds. Can I get a sip, please? Just a little sip of what you're drinking. So, if somebody wanted to work with you, if somebody wanted to get just start working with you because they have tried the store-bought juice cleanse or they have bought the packaged drink, they did realize that yes, they were really hydrated at the end, but it really didn't affect them the way that they were promised or that they wanted, or they're just sick and tired of being sick and tired and they want to find a better way that does not require a prescription. How do they find you, Sheila?
Very easy. Very easy. My website is SheilaLHall.com. So it's Sheila, Sheila. Everybody always spells it backwards.
I think I do.
L-A, the letter L, and then Hall, HALL.com. And on my website, I actually have a scheduler. You can actually schedule an appointment, a calendar. So, or you can message me. I mean, join me, like my Facebook page and message me if you got any questions and we can go from there. It's like really easy. I'm very hands-on. I just love helping people feel better. I mean, nothing gives me
very educated, guys, beyond qualified. And she's pretty, and she's got guns. So buy her juice because she's pretty and got guns.
I love you.
I mean, because that's the only qualifications anybody else needs to sell juice, and you are more than qualified to sell it and more than qualified to help people feel better, which is why I chose you to be a woman worth knowing, because this is somebody, guys, if you or a loved one has been struggling with health, you've tried so many different things, and bring it back to basics, bring it back to juice, bring it back to what God gave us, the food on the ground.
Yes.
And talk to Sheila so that she can help you guys customize it to your body and not the pretty girl who's selling the but I'm so grateful that you did this with me. I'm so glad that I get to share what you do because you have helped men, women, old, young, so many people. And you're a woman worth knowing because it is nice to know that juice should be specified to you and what your needs are. And it can be, and it can heal you. And you're also a walking, living testimony of God's grace and mercy and how he met you on the floor, broken, and delivered you. And now you're helping others honor their temple. And a faith-filled lifestyle is where I'm just building a community of women who are glorifying God through honoring their temple. And that is all that I want to do. So thank you so much for being on my Wednesday.
Thank you. This was so much fun. Thank you so much for having me.
I'm so grateful you came. And so, yeah, I'm going to post in the comments, guys, SheilaLHall.com. That's the best way to reach her. She's everywhere. She's everywhere. She IGs, she Facebooks, she Pinterest, she does it all. So definitely connect with her if this is something that you've been struggling. Fibroids, endometriosis, her specialty. And yeah, just feel better. Just find a way to feel better and take less medicines and just honor your temple.
Yes. I'm on the bandwagon of no opioids. No opioids. So
yes. You can manage pain without opioids, guys. You can.
Yeah,
All
yeah.
right, guys. So thank you so much for joining. Everybody who caught the replay, thank you for the technical people who jumped on from one live to the next. I gotta go. I gotta go help I have 2 clients that I gotta work with in a bit. But you guys be blessed. Have a wonderful Wednesday, and thank you again, Sheila.
Thank you. Be blessed. Bye bye.